Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Website is Liminal11. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested, liminal11.com. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. Okay. Blah blah blah. What do we have for Aries? Blah 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 blah. I don't know why we're doing that, but there we go. Maybe that's why. There's, like... I think this is going to be good. Okay. Getting to the opportunity. It's getting to the opportunity, holding it together. Because something's going on here. And I don't feel like Aries is a fan of tomfoolery. You know, people talking out of both sides of their mouth. You know, two faces, whatever you want to call them. People playing games, people lying. There's the flat-out buffoonery you're not into. The thing is, to get to this opportunity and get the most out of it, it may take a bit of strategizing to hold back. The thing is, Aries calls it out without even thinking about it. Usually it's just your nature. You're just like, nope, that's crap. That's wrong. Nope, that's just flat out wrong. The thing is, if you're able to hold it back, the strategy of it is like, if you don't call them out, you're thinking, well, if I don't call them out, who's going to call them out? Some people, and I'm thinking of a person in particular that I know, you just let them talk long enough, they sink their own ship. Because other people are listening. And it's like some people, you let them go long enough and they sink their own ship. And instead of people saying, oh, Aries, you're such a fire starter. Aries, you're such a combatant. Aries, you're always making issues. Instead of letting people like point it out as if you're a problem, which I don't think so, you're just calling out what's wrong. So to me, I don't see it as a problem, but certain people do. I know you've come across those people in your life before. Instead of even dealing with that, holding it back, strategizing, just keep watch of it. I feel like 2 weeks tops. 2 weeks tops, and you will see this person implode on themselves. Because the same people who would tell you that you're the problem, you're the one who keeps causing the issues, you're the one who keeps calling everybody out, blah, 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 combatant. Those same people will be the ones who see that person is talking out of both sides of their mouth, and that person will do themselves in, and they can be the ones that deals with it directly. There's more here, but like it's in pieces. I feel like that's the first part. Like they're trying to set this up for success, like strategizing to like let people do themselves in. You don't have to be somebody else's scapegoat. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, half in, half out. The person that's probably ticking you off, by the way, and I can understand why this would annoy you, is somebody you gave a chance to. Maybe back in the beginning, the Wheel of Fortune turned, it seemed like things were going well. They told you the truth because they knew that's what they had to do to get you to do what they wanted. But whoever this person is that talks out of both sides of their mouth, they can only uphold it for so long. You know what I mean? And sooner or later, their true colors showed. When that happened, it's the Three of Pentacles, but that plume of smoke in the back. The truth came out. It only lasted so long. The truth came out. Left you looking behind you, kind of like, I didn't realize this person was that bad at first. And now I'm wondering, why did I trust that person? Why did I even give that person a chance? And it might be burning your biscuits, the fact that you even gave this person a chance. You're like, how did I not see that? And you might be a little bit angry at yourself for even giving somebody like that a chance. And you're like, how did I not see that in the beginning? It might even been one of those things where when you look back, you're kind of like, well, when I first met them, I really didn't feel all that warm and fuzzy about them, but I didn't want to start it off on the wrong foot. And they told me some stuff. I checked it out. It was true. So I figured I'd give them a chance. I should have listened to my gut. I knew I didn't like them. I just didn't know why I didn't like them. It might be one of those situations. You might be a little angry at yourself for giving somebody like that a chance. That might be one of the motivators here why you call this person out so often, because you're still angry that you gave them a chance. There's stress with this. This is the current energy. I just want to close it up so we don't go backwards towards it. 6 of Wands reversed as it was a failure. And the Wheel of Fortune again. It stresses you out that this person that you, for some reason, maybe in the very beginning, you didn't see them for who they were, and it really stresses you out. You really are unhappy about it. If you can address that part and just give yourself like the humanity of it. You know, you're not meant to be perfect any more than the rest of us. We all make mistakes, but you learned, and now you keep an eye on this person. We all have our moments. You know what I mean? We do. If you're able to make peace with that somehow, and I would say Paul McKenna, a big fan of Paul McKenna, British author. There's a book, I Can Mend Your Broken Heart, or How to Mend Your Broken Heart. I'm not sure what the current title is of it. You just take those exercises and apply it to your current situation with this person that you really don't like. You can take that energy down and put it more in your control so that they don't trigger you as easily. Because that might be one of the things going on here. They just say stuff and it just triggers you when you say something. That book has exercises that might be able to help you have that more in your control so you're not as easily triggered. Maybe. Worth a shot, I'm just saying. Because this opportunity, there's an opportunity out here for you. We don't want you to miss this opportunity, and we definitely don't want it to be damaged by the time it gets to you. So we want you to have this opportunity. So going forward, whoever this person is, I'm seeing what's coming forward, but I just want to be sure. Judgment? Judgment's coming forward. Justice is coming forward. I see you moving forward. I get that. The opportunity is there for you. If this is a job situation, this may be a situation where that person who lied, they're getting called out for all the lies and all the unscrupulous behavior they do. You may look at it like, well, they should obviously be fired for what they do. That's completely uncalled for and disrespectful. Why would you want anybody like that working for you? They should be canned. And they don't get canned. They may get moved to a different department or a different spot. I've seen companies do this, and I hate it. I don't know why it bothers me so much when people screw up, and they screw up pretty royally. Instead of getting rid of them, they just kind of move them to a different position. It's almost like so they don't have to outwardly admit that they did something wrong by hiring that person, but they still remove that person from becoming a further problem. It might be something like that, to where this person is moved out of their position but not out of the company. And I feel like it's kind of like a halfway in, halfway out judgment, kind of like, all right, something is changing here. Your situation stabilizes. Your challenge is to let go of that and flourish with what's there for you, to flourish with your opportunity and to not be held back by the feelings you have about this other person who should have maybe gotten a harsher sentence than they got. Because I do feel like it's going to bother you for a while, kind of like that's not exactly how that should have played out. It's halfway there, but that person's a problem and they're still here, and I just don't understand why they're still here. It's almost like, you know, if somebody I don't want to make that analogy. It's like if somebody stole $500 from the company, and all they had to do was pay it back, and they kept their job. It's kind of like, no, they stole $500. They should be fired. The only reason they're paying it back is because they're getting called out for it. How much other money have they stolen? It's kind of like that, or even worse. Maybe they stole $5,000 or $50,000, and the company's like, it just needs to be paid back, and they can keep their job. We're just going to put them in a position where they don't have access to those funds anymore. So they can't steal it anymore because they don't have access to it anymore. But we'll put them over in this position where they can't do that as long as they pay back the money. And it's kind of like, that's not good enough. They shouldn't work here anymore. You shouldn't have the ability to do that and then just simply you just pay it back and everything's fine. They should be canned. It's going to bother you. If you can disconnect from it, it'll be fine. I don't know if this is really going to make you feel better, but what I'm getting is behind the scenes, a lot worse is happening. A lot worse is happening. So if we're going to use that same analogy, they stole $50,000. They've been told they had to pay it back, and they're just going to move to a position where they don't have access to money like that anymore, and they still keep their job. And you're like, that's not right. That's not even fair. Like, they should be canned. Behind the scenes, I get that there's a lot more going on. There may be some legal avenues being, taking place here. There may be other people involved that are not so public, and this person might be giving out all the secrets of like who else helped them get that money, who else benefited from that money, and there might be other people paying the price too. Because they're cooperating, that might be why they're keeping their job, and all they have to do is pay back the money. That's very private and not going to be public knowledge. If that's something if this type of thing is happening, that's kind of interesting. But it's a very political way of handling it. Either way, I would let go of it. This person who's a problem for you, they know you don't like them. You're blocked from them. They're blocked from you going forward. So after this opportunity comes forward for you, you're blocked from each other, and they're the ones who, they know that they're not making out nearly as well as you are. So whatever they did not work in their favor. It's really a heavy place to stay. Heavy burden for whatever they have a heavy burden for what they've done. So I would keep that in mind. Whenever your opportunity comes forward, though, you got a lot coming forward very quickly. You got the Star card with the Eight of Wands, and you got the World card coming in. Leave that energy behind. That's the advice for this. Whatever the energy is that was a problem, leave it behind. That's not for you to monitor. Is nothing. It's not going to be able to harm you again if it did in the past. It is getting its just desserts, but you're just not going to see it. So focus on your opportunity. Focus on what's there for you. Focus on your joy and your happiness. That other person, I can understand why that would burn your biscuits, but they're saying disconnect from that the best you can. It's going to get taken care of on its own. Focus on what's there for you. Focus on your prosperity. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.